Hello, I hope everybody is doing well. Today is June 7, it's World Food Safety Day, and our title is Common Zoonotic Disease in Food and the Neglect of the One Health Concept. This presentation will be presented by me, Dr. Adimalik Hussein. I work as a veterinarian and assistant professor at Jiji University, and also I am One Health advocate. So this will be our today's outline. We will start with the introduction, then foodborne zoonotic hazards, overview of the One Health concept, factors contributing to the neglect of the One Health concept, and lastly we will finish with the conclusion and call to action. Okay, introduction. These foodborne zoonotic diseases, they cause a constant threat to public health, socio-economic development, and international trade. More than 200 known diseases are transmitted to human beings so far. The World Health Organization, in its initiative to estimate the global burden of these zoonotic diseases, have reported that there are around 31 foodborne zoonotic hazards, and they have caused 4.2 million deaths in 2010. And the burden of the zoonotic disease was highest in Africa, followed by Asia. The risk of foodborne zoonotic illnesses has been rising due to several factors. That is the continuous changing of the pathogen behavior, the rapid population growth, and an increased global trade in foods and farm animals. Also, the other problem is the change in the eating habits of the consumers. For example, the consumption of lightly cooked food and the shift from low to high protein based diet. Especially here in Ethiopia, people consume raw meat, so they have a high risk for transmission of foodborne zoonotic disease, and also the increased movement of human population from one place to another place facilitates easy spread of pathogens. So these factors uh, have escalated the severity of the foodborne disease, and their impact is on health of the community. And the other major problem is we do not have an accurate epidemiological data on this disease. So these zoonotic diseases can be transmitted from animals and to humans and from humans to animals, and they pose a significant threat to food safety. However, if we use the One Health approach, which recognizes that the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health, we can make solutions for the zoonotic disease. Foodborne zoonotic disease. As we have said earlier, there is no data information, or there is no accurate epidemiological data. Also, the information about the occurrence, the characteristics, the routes of transmission, symptoms of human disease, and effective dose and methods to identify or eliminate or control zoonotic disease are very scarce. Now we will see the common zoonotic disease, especially the bacterial disease. As you can see in the list, there is the Bacillus anthracis, Brucella, which is a very serious disease causing abortion in female and sterility in male. Especially they cause orchitis or inflammation of the testes. Also Campylobacter, Echinococcus, Listeria, Mycobacterium bovis, Salmonella, E. coli, and the Yersinia. These are the major bacterial zoonotic disease in food. And these are the parasitic zoonotic disease include Colonarchis, Cryptosporidium parvum, Taenia species, Toxoplasma gondii, and Trichinella spiralis. And also there are some prions, inappropriate structure of proteins cause prions. So there is one specific disease called bovine spongiform encephalopathy, which causes madness in human beings. So when we see the overview of the One Health concept, there are three principles that we must use. The first one is the collaborative approach, and the second one is the interconnectedness. When we say collaborative approach, the One Health depends on that the human medicine, the veterinary medicine, and the environmental are all connected. They must work together. Interconnectedness is that they are connected. So by using this teamwork, collaborative approach, and knowing they are interconnected, we can make a One Health approach. We can develop a comprehensive and effective solution to zoonotic disease and other health issues that arise from the animal or from the human or from the environment. So now we will see the importance of the One Health approach in food safety. One Health approach have three major importance, that it helps us in better disease surveillance system, especially in monitoring and detecting zoonotic disease in animals and the environment. And also One Health approach can give us collaborative interventions, intervention, especially the joint disease outbreak investigations or coordinated efforts, which can produce a better control measures. And the last one is sustainable solutions, addressing the root causes of zoonotic diseases such as environmental degradation and unsustainable agricultural practices can lead to long-term food safety improvements. So now we see the prevalence of zoonotic disease in the food supply. There are food-borne illnesses. There are animal-derived products like consumption of raw or undercooked animal-derived foods, especially in the developing countries in Africa. People consume undercooked milk and undercooked meat. And the other one is those microorganisms that cause contamination through fruits, vegetables, and other plants. So now we see the factors contributing to the neglect of the One Health concept. So there are four. The first one is the organizational structure. The organizational structure are one of the factors contributing to the neglect of the One Health concept. So there is no lack of coordination, there is no communication between the different actors, including the veterinary medicine, the medical doctors, and the environmental. And also there is insufficient funding. Insufficient funding. We cannot have a funding for the three. We cannot have a funding for the three. We cannot have a funding for the three areas, including the environment, the human, and the environment. So there is insufficient funding. And the most important one is there is narrow perspectives. There is no understanding of health or the One Health concept. We view the health as a single sector lens. Single sector lens. We blame each other, the different health sectors, for different areas. There is no teamwork. And the other one is competing priorities. There are different priorities that are competing, especially when there was COVID-19. In 2019, there was a COVID-19 outbreak. So that COVID-19 was a priority. So whenever there is a new outbreak like Ebola, Zika virus, SARS disease, or any other outbreaks, we put our pressure on there, then we forget or we overshadow the benefits of the One Health approach. So the consequences of ignoring the One Health approach include the following. So there is a potential consequences of ignoring the One Health approach. We can summarize it as three options. That's the emerging zoonotic disease. Whenever we neglect the One Health approach, there is re-emerging zoonotic diseases which we cannot control. Also, there is an environmental degradation. We must see the impact of the humans on the environment, which can cause climate change, habitat loss, degradation, soil erosion, and pollution. and this can cause ecosystem imbalance, which causes the spread of zoonotic disease. And also they can have an economic consequence, especially in animals. When there is a risk of zoonotic disease, or when there is a zoonotic disease outbreak in animals, the animals get less value and they cannot compete with the international market, and mostly they are denied for consumption. And now we will see the strategies for implementing the One Health concept in food systems. So these four strategies, we can use these four strategies to implement the One Health approach. That's the collaborative governance, that's teamwork, or to establish a cross-sectoral coordination mechanisms and joint decision making progress. The second one is the interdisciplinary education, which we promote educational programs, especially this one is very good, and still we did not apply it, and it's about putting a One Health approach into the different courses, into different sectors. Especially I personally believe that we should put it in the curriculum and teach to every health student or non-health students and give them an idea of the One Health approach. And the other one is integrated research. Okay, this is mostly done so far. We do a research on zoonotic diseases, so we should encourage and fund the interdisciplinary research that explores the complex relationship between food production, zoonotic disease, and environmental factors. And the last one is comprehensive surveillance. Whenever we have a teamwork, a collaborative governance, we can have a comprehensive surveillance system, okay, that develop robust disease monitoring and early warning systems that capture data across human, animal, and environmental domains to enable a proactive interventions. So now this is the conclusion and the call to action. Addressing the challenges in the zoonotic diseases in the food supply requires a fundamental shift towards the holistic One Health approach by fostering cross-sectoral collaboration, integrated research, and comprehensive surveillance, as we have said earlier. Then by doing the above things, we can create a more resilient and sustainable food system that prioritizes the health of humans, animals, and the environment. Thank you very much. Our short presentation is finished. I would like to thank the team of One Health Commission, especially One Health Alliance, for making this lovely event, lovely webinar. I hope to see you again, and I hope to share many knowledge again. Lastly, I would like to give you a reminder to focus on the One Health approach wherever we are. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again.